Hello, everyone. I'm Patty Ann Brown, and you are in the Strategy Room. A new Fox News poll shows a tight race between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton in a hypothetical head-to-head matchup. Take a look. Donald Trump edging out Clinton 45 to 42%. That is up from last month when Clinton led 48 to 41%. So joining us with reaction, Iona College professor Jeannie Zaino and Republican strategist Ron Bonjean. Thank you both for joining us.
Thanks very much.
You know, Ron, many people said months ago that Trump would go into the general election as an underdog, and some polls showed he was for a while, but no longer the case?
Well, it's clear that they're even on a national basis and even in some battleground states, but what we haven't seen yet are the millions of dollars in negative advertising on both sides. And that can have a detrimental effect, against Hillary Clinton, who Donald Trump will call, I've been there, done that, an establishment figure that's tried, but the country hasn't turned around under Barack Obama's failed policies. And, Hillary Clinton is going to attack Trump on his views against women, Hispanics, and, trying to shore up her part of the coalition that she needs to win the election. So we have yet to see the gloves come off. So I feel like these are peacetime polls, and we're about to get into wartime over this summer.
Okay. Jeannie, do you think it's that Clinton is losing support or that Trump is gaining it, or both?
You know, I think that this latest poll shows that the numbers are going in Trump's direction clearly, and the campaign has said that. But they have also said, and I think smartly so, that you have to be very cautious about head-to-heads, particularly any national head-to-heads at this time. And as Ron just mentioned, it is still early in the game for a general election matchup. The way our system works, this is going to be fought out in those battleground states, and those are the polls that matter. He has to win Florida, Ohio, Virginia, Nevada, and Colorado. If he can't win those, he's got to pick up states that normally go blue. So that is where the real action is, and that's what matters. This is a state-by-state fight, a state-by-state battle, and it's going to get that granular as we get out there. You know, they are going to be fighting about coal in Kentucky and West Virginia. They're going to be fighting about free trade as you get into the Rust Belt and, the TPP, NAFTA, and other things. That's what this battle is going to be. So, again, I would caution that head-to-heads, while they look in one direction or the other, are fine at the national level, but it's those state battlegrounds that really matter, and that's where the action is, because that's how you win the Electoral College, and he's going to need to get over 270 to win.
Yeah, Clinton still leads pretty significantly with both women and minority voters. Ron, can Trump narrow the gap with either of those voter groups? We're look at that gender gap. It's big.
Right. Yeah, no, it's definitely going to be tough. He has to make inroads with both. He also has to try to pull over those Bernie Sanders voters that feel disaffected from the Democratic establishment. He'll also have to increase his share of white male voters, too, that he's been counting on in the Republican ranks. That has to translate over into the general election. So he has a lot of work to do here. He also has to raise a lot of money, and he's right now behind the Clinton campaign and the super PACs out there helping her. He's set up a finance system to try to do that, but right now he's behind the eight ball because it's going to take $1.5 billion for each candidate, so a total of $3 billion for this election. And if Hillary Clinton's pounding Donald Trump on ads against women, regarding women and Hispanics, and Donald Trump doesn't have the money, he'll have the earned media, but will that suffice? Will that make up for that lost money? We don't know yet.
Yeah, we've got the Never Trump movement, the Never Hillary campaign. Obviously, these two candidates, very divisive, both have very high negatives. Jeannie, how does that play out as we go into the general election season?
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely fascinating. We've never seen anything like this in modern American politics, where you have two nominees or potential presumptive nominees of the major parties who are both as unpopular as they are, and within their own party base, they have these, Never Trump, Never Hillary movements going forward. So it is a bizarre election, to say the least, and it does matter an awful lot. It is going to be a question of who is the least unpopular, if you will, in the end. And I think that's where some of the latest Fox News poll really has to be a concern for Hillary Clinton. What has happened over the last week, last 2 weeks, the last month that has driven her down? Is it the drumbeat of Bernie Sanders and those people on the left? Is it the way that Donald Trump has been attacking Bill and Hillary Clinton when it comes to their treatment of women? You know, Donald Trump has to do better with women. He's not going to win them. He doesn't have to, but he's got to do better. And if this drumbeat and these statements he's been making are having an impact on women and he's able to drive her numbers down with women, that could have an impact. And I would also caution to say, you look at the Latino vote. You know, we are seeing Latinos more in the Trump camp than I think anybody thought 5 months ago.
Right.
That could be a change because, again, he doesn't have to win all of those constituencies. He's got to do better.
Okay.
And if he can do that with his comments, that's going to be a big advantage for him.
All right, Jeannie and Ron, thank you both so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
And we have complete coverage of the 2016 election on FoxNews.com. I'm Patty Ann Brown. Thanks for watching.